Alright guys, check this out. Female is a pastel leopard hypo, and she was bred to a blackhead, red gene, possible super red gene, hypo, or sorry, he is hypo. He's a blackhead, hypo, possible super red gene. So every baby's gonna be hypo.
What's up everybody, Anthony with grand.daddy.herps back again with another video. Yes, today's video, it's a clutch that I've really been waiting for. The parents are, it's a killer belly, which I proved in this clutch to have yellow belly. Killer belly pos het for puzzle that I produced myself about 2.5 to 3 years ago, bred to a pastel lesser het puzzle and a pastel enchi het puzzle. So we have a shot at hitting a visual puzzle. Fortunately, we only have 4 eggs. 6 were laid, but 2 actually were infertile, so I had to throw them away. They were no good. So let's get right into it. Let's see how we did.
Alright guys, it is that time again. I can honestly say this is probably the most nervous I've ever been to cut a clutch open because of the potential to produce visual puzzles, which has been a gene I've been after for a long time. I could have already bought, you know, some visuals, but I really wanted to stick to producing my own. I've got about 6 hets and pos hets that I've held back and are up to size now. Pairing was a female killer belly pos het puzzle produced by myself. Dad was either a lesser pastel het puzzle or a pastel enchi het puzzle. We've got 4 eggs, and then we got total was 6 eggs, but 2 of them were infertile, and we got 1 slug. So it left us with 4 good eggs. This is day 51, and they decided to pip. So we got pipping here, and this one actually I just saw its head come out. I actually got it recorded on camera coming out through my incubator cam. So without further ado guys, let's see if I get lucky. I am so nervous with this one. I don't get nervous when it comes to egg cutting, but I just have high hopes of this female proving out het puzzle, and it's definitely gonna suck if it doesn't prove, but I've got one more chance this season. I've got a 7 egg clutch that's in the incubator right now from the same parents, or the same dads, and another, it's a bumble belly pos het puzzle that I produced. So without further ado guys, let's get into this. I'm gonna turn the brightness up a little bit. So this one hacked up the egg pretty good. So every baby's gonna be pastel at the very least because mom was a killer bee. Yeah, this one pipped this egg real nice. So hopefully we get a nice puzzle combo to start us off. It's gonna be hard for me to identify if it's got enchi. I hear enchi's pretty hard to see the puzzle. You just gotta look for the eye stripes. So we've got a pastel enchi. Really want to try to see if I can see the head to see if this is puzzle. Of course, everything's gonna look puzzle until it isn't. You know what I'm saying? I just really want to see the head, because if I can see the eye stripes, that'll tell me a lot more. Come on, stick your head out. Well, hopefully by the end of the video, this animal will stick its head out and we can get a better look. That's actually kind of looking a little promising, I'm not gonna lie. But everything, you know, and it's got those really bright blushings. I know a lot of the pastel puzzles, when they come out, they're really bright. So this one looks like a strong candidate for a pastel enchi puzzle. Come on, stick your head out, little guy. Because if I see really thick eye bandings, that'll tell me if it's puzzle. Oh my gosh, yeah, I can feel the baby completely in this egg. Really little eggs, so these babies will come out really tiny when they are ready. But come on, I'm so nervous. Only 4 eggs, so statistically we should get 1 puzzle if in fact mom is a het puzzle. So okay, so we've got a bumblebee. So there's a shot at getting the buzz, but I'm not gonna know what it is until I see it out. Nice reduced looking bumblebee though. So we'll have to wait and see on this one as well. The good news is I've already got 2 pippers, so these things should start coming out pretty quickly. I've already got a little bit of a head start as to knowing what this one's gonna be. I saw the head and it was clear as day what it is. So it's looking like the pastel Inchi was the father. So this one had its head sticking out, so it looked really cool. So this is a killer bee. So again, I won't know if this is a killer buzz or whatnot, but doesn't look like anything outside the norm of what a killer bee would look like. So this would be, everything in here is gonna at least be 50% pos het for puzzle. This first one's looking really promising. Come on, stick your head up. Our last shot. So hoping I don't hit any spider, that way it'll make it easier to identify if it's got puzzle. The spider is gonna make it pretty difficult to tell. I'll be honest. Come on. Pastel puzzle at least, come on. And just a pastel, so that's actually the worst result we can get in this egg cutting. Is a pastel possible het for puzzle. That's definitely not a pastel puzzle, that I do know. So far, the most promising one is gonna be the pastel Inchi right here. It's got really strong blushings from what I'm used to. I mean, it could be a super pastel Inchi, but it looks pretty promising. I'm not gonna get my hopes up. I still have one more clutch in the incubator. Let's open this one up a little bit more. I got one more clutch in the incubator, so if this doesn't turn out to be a puzzle, at least we have another shot. This thing looks ridiculous though, guys. Look at that. It looks ridiculous. I mean, it's got kind of a puzzle look. And you know, Inchi's a reduction type gene, so look at that head. That head is super blush. But again, this can be, oh, and I also forgot, there's yellow belly too. So mom did prove out yellow belly. That's clearly yellow belly right here. So I had her as a possible killer belly, and look at that head. I still can't get a really good look at the eye stripe, but I think once this animal comes out, I'm gonna be able to tell. Let me know what you guys think on this animal. Do you think there's a shot that it's puzzle? That neck pattern doesn't scream puzzle to me though. But could be just a nice pastel Inchi yellow belly or super pastel Inchi yellow belly. I'll have to refer to some previous pairings because I have hatched out both pastel Inchi yellow bellies and super pastel Inchi yellow bellies before. So I'm gonna update you guys in this same video. That way I don't keep you guys waiting too long. I'll show you guys when they come out of the egg. See you soon.
Okay guys, so we are gonna take a look at these animals out of the egg, kind of show you what all we hit. To me, it doesn't look like we hit anything puzzle. It just doesn't scream anything puzzle to me. This is a regular pastel. Have not sexed it, but it would be 50% het for puzzle, potentially 66% het for puzzle if we just missed the odds, because it was 100% to a 50% pos het. So this was my normal of the clutch, essentially, because mom was a killer belly that proved out. This is not a pastel yellow belly, just a regular pastel. Then we did hit a funky looking bumblebee, pretty different from the ones I've hatched in the past. Just really light in color, just like no dirtiness to this animal whatsoever. And normally, even with the bumblebees, you can see a little bit of dirtiness right outside the egg, but this one just doesn't have any yet. It'll definitely darken up a little bit after its first shed, but I just thought this one was really odd. It has a very like killer bee looking head. There's a small chance that it could be killer bee, but it just doesn't have. The head screams killer bee, the rest doesn't. It has this weird little kind of mustache coming off on the side, on both sides. So this one just kind of threw me a little off at first, but just playing really shy. But super clean looking bumblebee at the very least. That's 50% pos het. Who knows, maybe that could be an actual het, but who knows. Then we hit this killer bee, sorry. This one I don't think is killer belly. Doesn't resemble the mom as far as, the mom had a lot of tracks. I was very confident she was gonna prove yellow belly. This one doesn't, so this is just a really nice looking killer bee that is pos het for puzzle. Does have a very similar look to mom on the tail end, just a lot going on, very busy. Just a really pretty animal. I'll never get tired of hatching these. I know they're not that favored nowadays, but once upon a time, these were pretty much the holy grail in the industry, just because, you know, for 3 genes, they just absolutely breathtaking animal, especially when we didn't have the crazy palette that we have nowadays. So, and this is the one that got me excited in the egg that I thought could have potentially been puzzle, but it looks like it's not. Looks like at the very least this is a pastel inchy yellow belly, and just a phenomenal example at that. What really made me think puzzle was just these side patterns. When I saw it in the egg, got me excited. And then it had really strong silver blushings. There's a chance that this is a super pastel. I'm leaning towards just regular pastel inchy, but who knows, we'll see after shed. If this animal doesn't get any dirtiness in the yellows, then this will be a super pastel inchy yellow belly. Could be. It's got a lot of blushings that indicate it could be super pastel. I've only hatched one other super pastel inchy yellow belly, but I've hatched out several firefly inchy yellow bellies, so we'll just have to take a look. But still a really beautiful clutch for me, not actually hitting any visual puzzles. I mean, just very vibrant, lots of color going on in here. Let me turn down the brightness a little bit now that I have them all in there. You can kind of see, look how clean that bumblebee is. Just really weird looking. But it could just be, you know, the quality of genetics going around. I mean, it's what you want to see in your animals, is just pure quality. These killer bees that I hatched out in previous years, that's connected to this lineage here, they just hold their brightness until adulthood and beyond. But look at that. See, that's where that puzzleness threw me off at first, where I was like, oh, is that puzzle? Just the head doesn't scream puzzle enough to me. It looks like it may have just a lot of influence, you know, a lot of influence going on in all the neck pattern. Well, now it's not bright anymore, but with the neck pattern.
So guys, as you can see, we didn't hit any puzzles. Still hit some beautiful animals, but again, no puzzles. But it's okay, I've got one more clutch that we're gonna try to prove out. So you're gonna wanna stay tuned for that. The baby rack is filling up like crazy. I listed up some animals on Morph Market, and those are selling like crazy. I still have a lot more to list, so if you want an animal for me, you better jump on the Morph Market ASAP, because as soon as stuff gets listed, it's normally been flying off, you know, being sold within a day or two. So check the links in the description for that, my Instagram, my Facebook, you know, TikTok, all that good stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next video. We are going to be cutting a clutch from a pastel inchy pied female to a blackhead Mojave het pied, and then a day later it's going to be a pied female that was bred to the same male, a blackhead Mojave het pied. So this will actually be my first shot ever at some pieds. I was one of those that I held off because I thought all pieds looked the same, and then I realized the potential. So jumped in kind of late, but we're going hard with some pied stuff. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.